What's up, guys? It's your boy Xavier here, and this is another episode of Layman in the Morning. How's it going? How have you been? How have you guys been? You been chilling? You've been working? You've been living your best life? Said no? Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't think I'd be here either. Um, I get. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. Here's the thing. So I have my podcast playing in the background. If you haven't noticed, by the way, I don't. I didn't. I wanted to film this. I didn't feel like going outside. I just wanted to just chillax. I just wanted a nice segue into easing back in to the swing of things. So I'm just, you know what, I'm gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm just gonna relax. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be a whole big grand thing. I'm just gonna turn on the camera and I'm gonna take two very deep, annoying breaths into the microphone. That's probably gonna annoy a lot of people who's listening to this. Um, have you guys been though? I've been good. I'm just kind of chilling. I'm just in my room right now. We're doing a revamp. We're bringing back the podcast. I don't know if we're bringing it back, but I just kind of felt like getting in front of here. But I gotta preface why I'm talking to you right now. There's a reason I'm sitting down in front of you and you're watching this piece of shit episode right now. So here's the thing. I was just chilling after work last night. I'm at home doing as I do, crying before I do my masturbatory ritual, and I'm scrolling through my YouTube subscription list, and Chris D'Elia uploaded his podcast. he Chris D'Elia, for those of you don't know, he's a comedian, very funny stand-up comedian, one of the biggest in the world, and he got caught up in some allegations that he was a pedophile, essentially. I talked about it in another episode way back when I was laid off and everything, and I was discussing how his podcast was basically it was a habitual thing for me to watch it every Wednesday or Thursday or whenever the hell he uploaded. And there was like a small void in my life when he got canceled and he had to go into hiding. Yada, yada, yada. Point is, homie returned. He dropped a podcast episode. He uploaded something prior addressing all the allegations and discussing how he had a sex addiction and stuff like that, and he's trying to get better as a person, yada yada yada. And then he dropped an actual podcast episode, and I watched it. I watched that episode, and god damn it, I enjoyed it. I laughed so hard. He's still funny, but for those of you who don't keep up with Dalia, this means nothing to you. But the point is, um, I don't know what the point is. It's just weird because this man went into hiding. He was accused of maybe the worst thing you could be accused of in the universe. I mean, how do you come back from being a pedophile? You know what I mean? Someone calls you a pedophile, you move to Florida and change your name. Yeah, that's the only thing you can do, actually. And he came back. He dropped an episode, and I don't. This is obviously not a good look. I don't know. If this is a good way to start my return episode of just being like, "Hey, I'm back because this alleged pedophile is back." Let's party. But I don't even know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe him or the accusers. I don't even know what side I'm on because new evidence was provided fairly recently, but the fact that he uploaded I could only assume that the stuff being presented isn't real or whatever. Like, he's confident in his ability to dispute this shit, which is why he's back on social media and stuff like that. I don't know. So I don't know who to believe. All I know is that Chris is back. I watched his podcast and there is a sense of normalcy now. I don't know how to describe it, but just his pod being back, it kind of it restored that part of me that was missing, I guess. And it wasn't a tragic hit. I wasn't depressed over it. It was just very weird, especially in the time of me in the midst of all the Roni baloney, and then me losing my job, and his podcast being gone. It's like it's I think it's something you do every day, and then you can no longer do that thing. You know, that's very vague, and it is honestly just bad, just bad. Very on brand for the quality of this podcast for me to just make very vague comparisons that I just basically told you to figure it out. You know what I mean? Hey, you try to understand what I'm talking about, because explaining overrated. Listen, man. Um, I laughed so hard at Chris's podcast last night, and I'm not gonna go on and on about Chris, but him coming back made me want to just get in front of the camera again, and you know what, like he's going through the most tragic thing in the world right now. I'm not even completely on his side yet, and he still got in front of a camera. So I gotta work. I gotta do something. I haven't been working. I haven't been working. I've been working, but I haven't been doing the work I want to do. I've been working my 9 to 5 and stuff like that. I've been getting this paper, but I don't know, man. I guess in a weird way, I'm saying I'm motivated after seeing Chris upload his podcast. As weird as that is to say, I don't know, man. I was very happy when I saw that episode. That's all I can say. It made me laugh. It tickled my fancy. And I went to his Instagram, and I'm watching clips with his son, and it's like, fuck, man, these clips are key. He's pretending his. There's this one clip. I think the latest one he uploaded was like he's just pretending he's playing "Don't Lose My Number" by some white guy in the '90s who's a good singer, but he has a son and he's playing air guitar with his kid. He's like 1 years old. He's just a little baby, and I was like, damn. When I started watching his podcast, like I don't know how long it's been out, like at least 2 years now. I don't know. I just felt like it's crazy seeing people's. The wild thing about social media is that it's almost like you're on the journey with these people, whether it's a celebrity or just like a musician you like, whatever the hell. I was thinking about it the other day. I make prior to this year, I would drive down to my cousin's house in Augusta. My cousin Jeffrey, shouts out to him, and we would make just a mixtape. We've been making a mixtape for like the past 4 years. We record no, like at least 5 to 6 songs, and then just drop it on SoundCloud just for shits and giggles. And also, I thought it'd be a dope thing for like when we're 30, we could look back on all this like on all these songs we created together. It'd be like a cutesy, walk down memory lane kind of thing. And I'm looking through my SoundCloud and stuff like that, and it's like there's a visual representation. Like I can listen to how I sounded back in, because we started recording these back in 2014. So 2014 up to, like I said, we didn't record one this year. So up to 2019 or 2020, we did drop one in 2020. But I don't know, man. I can listen to these songs that I recorded back when. I mean, how old was I? I mean, it's 2014, 6 years ago, and I'm 23 now. What? 16, 17? Back when I was 17? It's like, Jesus, man. I guess 7 years ago since it's 2021. I don't know. It's too early to math, but 15, 16, I can hear 15, 16 Xavier's. It's early. I can hear my 15, 16-year-old thoughts. And I'm just listening to this, like, wow, this is what I was thinking at the time. These were my intentions. These were my feelings. And now, like, I can listen up to 2020, and it's like, wow, this is who I am now. This is who I turned into. But, like, this is who I was. And it's like, with social media, you can see the growth. So that's why, like, bringing it back to Chris, I'm watching Chris's podcast. Like I said, 2 or 3 years ago when he started it, and now he has like a whole ass son and everything. Same with like, because I love Donald Glover. Donald Glover's my dad, by the way. He just doesn't know it yet. And I don't know, when I did my reaction video with my best friend John of his latest album last year, and he put his kid on like the outro. I think it was like a voice recording of his kid, and he was asking him like cute ass questions like, "Who do you love?" or like, "What do you love?" or "Who do you love the most?" That just regular mushy shit. And his son was like, "I love myself," and I'm like, "What the hell? What the nuts? What is this? The Twilight Zone? What are we doing? What am I, Jordan Peele, hosting the Twilight Zone? What's going on here? What am I, in a fucking plane and I'm looking outside and there's a gremlin just trying to tear it down? I mean, that wouldn't happen in any other scenario other than me being in the Twilight Zone, and that's what this is. Obviously, it's so real, my guy. I'm watching Donald Glover back when I didn't watch Community. I didn't like Community, but I was watching him back when he started his music career, and his back when he dropped that EP, he was working on Community and stuff like that, and he was still a writer. And then I can watch him on Derek Comedy when he was making like little skits with his NYU friends, and it's like, damn, back when he was in college and shit like that. And now now he's a grown ass man with a baby, a talking baby. So, huh? What? Time flies, man. But also, that's not the point. That's not. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. I mean, time does fly, but that's not the. I said that like it was intended to wrap up this conversation. No, I say that all to say I feel like I'm growing with these people, and I feel like I grew with Chris in a way, and this, I don't know. Only people, obviously you pay attention to and use, their output as part of your life. In my case, I needed Chris's comedy throughout the week. I needed to laugh at something. I need Donald Glover to make amazing music and also make me feel better about being a suburban black kid who doesn't fit the status quo of a generic black guy. And you just need those. You don't need those things, but I don't know. It's helped. It's helped me. So I don't know. Chris recorded a new podcast episode, and he's allegedly a pedophile, and now I'm up here because I felt motivated in a weird way by that episode. So we're just gonna. How long did that take? 13 minutes. All right. Are we going an hour? Are we going an hour? I don't know. I need to catch up with you guys. I guess I gotta catch up. I have to. We got to talk about something. I mean, I haven't been up to shit. I haven't been up to anything essentially. But we gotta. Let's see what I'm doing on the screen here. I just kind of want to check back every once in a while. It's kind of cut off by the camera. You pretty much just see the other side of the porch. But I'll get myself on the camera next time. I mean, who needs two versions of me doing an awful podcast though? That's not good for anyone. I tell you what. It's kind of weird though, because I was watching I wasn't watching, but I was scrolling through my uploaded videos through all my podcasts and stuff like that. I will say this is gonna be the last episode on this channel. I'm probably gonna delete the other ones and move them to another channel because I don't want this to turn into. This channel that I created. It sounded like my fan was about to drop and just end me, but sorry. But this channel that I created, Mecha Hood, my channel name, I want to use it for just strictly, my creative outlet, which is, skits, music, whatever bullshit that I decide to create. And I don't know, the podcast is cool. I love doing the podcast, but I don't want this to become a podcast channel. So I'm probably gonna leave this episode up and delete the other ones and then move those to another channel, which I'll go ahead and link in the description for this video if you made it this far, you know. But I keep saying like I keep shitting on myself like if people don't watch this and stuff like that, which people don't. But I noticed that I get a consistent 10 viewers, and I 5 of those may be me just checking if the quality's correct and everything, but I don't know. There's a consistent amount of people clicking on this and then clicking off 5 seconds later because they realize what they got themselves into, which is fair. But I need to give you guys the catch up, 0 to 100 the catch up. I was thinking of naming this episode that, but who knows? I mean, prodigal son, man. I guess I'm BACK right now. I'm a fucking I'm where the spine is located. I'm in another metaphor for back. Um, what if I've been on a date? I went on a date. I went on a date. I went on a date. Went on a date. Hey, I went on a date. All right, it's not official until you say it 5 times on your awful podcast. Listen, this is about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was on Valentine's Day, so we don't talk anymore. She ghosted me, but I went on a date with this little pyt. She was I keep saying she's Hispanic. I talked about this on my music podcast that I started with John. She looked Hispanic, so I'm just gonna assume. But yeah, uh, she was cute as hell, man. And but I mean, the main thing was I haven't been out there. I haven't been back on what do you call it, the wagon, the horse. I haven't been on the wagon horse for about 2 years. I haven't been on a date in a hot minute, and yeah, I went on one for the first time. Uh, yeah, like I said, in 2 years, a couple weeks ago. It was nice. It was nice. We met up at okay. For first of all, the universe did not want us to hang out and do the vertical mambo. I wasn't trying to fuck her face or anything like that, but I just wanted to meet up with her and talk to her. But like the universe was like, we got to stop this shit. Xavier's back on the wagon horse. We stop him. Listen, um, she suggested the place. I was like, cool, be there in like 40. And she was like, damn, you're pretty far. Let's meet up halfway. She found another place. I was like, cool, I'll be there in 20. And she was like, oh, wait, they close in like 10 minutes. Uh, she sent me another place that's like 10 minutes away from me. I'm like, bet. I get there before her, and the lady's like, hey, we're doing a Valentine's Day thing. We're closed until like 3. And I was like, cool, I guess I'll go fuck myself outside. And I was scrambling because she was on her way, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm scrambling like I'm Michael Vick looking for a place to eat with Shoddy, and I ended up so the preface to the preface, I um, I started talking to my ex again. I think I told you guys that. I told you that I did the podcast. I fucking showed you that I did the podcast. I uploaded an episode of us doing the pod. You already know, or you don't. No one watches this. But anyway, you saw that podcast episode, but um, I don't think I don't think I ever mentioned that we were like talking as friends again. So I think before we did that episode or after. No, definitely after we did that episode, we met up at some place near the spot where me and my date was meeting. So this is like a week, like a month prior to the actual date. It wasn't the same day. But anyway, we met up at this like coffee shop or whatever, and started talking, yada yada yada. She was catching me up on her life basically. She's going through some things. I'm trying to be there for her as a friend. So fast forward to now to this date. I took my date to the same place that my ex suggested we meet up at. So I didn't tell her that, obviously, but I just thought I don't know. It felt like a very it felt like a very Seinfeldian thing to do. I don't know how to describe it. It felt like a sitcom. The way I was like just rushing for a place, and I was like, I saw the place that me and my ex like met up at, and was like, you know, just hit the Kanye shrug and ordered my quinoa bowl. I didn't have a quinoa bowl. I had a protein bowl of some kind, which was terrible, by the way. But anyway, Shawty got there. Oh my gosh, she has these gorgeous brown eyes. It's like, wow. And I could just fall asleep in them. I could just stare into them, and I was like, you can say things. I'm not gonna hear it, but I'm gonna just sit here and just gaze. You mind if I gaze, baby? You mind if I gaze for a little bit? I'm just be a gaze over here. Don't mind me. I'm be in the corner gazing at you. Beautiful eyes. This very sharp. I don't know how to describe it, but not her like pupils, but the area, the color outside of it. The what do you call those things? Not the pupil, but the area outside the pupil. Just very, I don't know how to describe it, man. Just very glassy. Is is that a nice feature for? Can you describe eyes that way? You have glassy eyes. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, man. Gorgeous eyes though. Didn't mind them. But anyway, sat down. We talked for like 4 to 5 hours. I want to say like four at least. Um, I think she was off put as well. She dressed very nice. She has like this goth thing going on. I told her she looked like she was about to read my palm because she had like a fucking cape on, and she had like a legit cape, not like a cape that she didn't wrap a fucking bed sheet around her neck, but she had this. It was kind of like it's kind of like a thin overshirt. I don't know what you call it. It's not like a jacket and it's not like a shirt. Cardigan? I think it's called a cardigan. It was something like a cardigan, but it was very long in the back. It stretched out to like where it became like a cape in a way. But anyway, she was wearing something like that. These black boots, a very goth kind of vibe. It's like, ooh, what are you gonna cast a spell on me, lady? Ooh, what are you gonna turn me into a frog or something like that? Ooh, what are you gonna what are you gonna cast a spell on my parents and turn them into pigs or something? What are you gonna turn me into a horse? And I'm gonna have to be a horse person and try to right my wrongs in my past life so I could redeem myself as a person, and once I become a better person but not really a person because I'm still a horse and I learn my lesson in the midst of correcting my wrongs, I can now become a human, and I'm revitalized as a person because I learned my lessons. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know. She's a witch, but that's the point I'm trying to make. But anyway, yeah, I thought she was gonna turn me into a horse, and I dressed the way I dressed. I was kind of chillaxing. I was kind of chillaxing. I wore a fox gang. I wore a fox shirt. I wore this white fox T-shirt and these really baggy Real Tree joggers that I bought from Let Go, somebody off Let Go, and I, I just knew. I walked in there. It was a very Caucasian outfit that I was wearing, and not Caucasian in the sense of like I look like I shoot deer in the face. Like I don't know how else to describe it. And that's not to say that all white people go hunting, but good majority in Georgia at least. But I didn't want her to think that I was that, and I was like, hey, by the way, I'm not, I'm not out here shooting Bambi. I know I'm dressed like that. I know it's Georgia, and I know it's Woodstock, Georgia, and I am dressed in real tree joggers and a Fox T-shirt. I know I look like I was at the Capitol, just trying to break down a door at some point in time, but I reassure you, honey, that I was not. And she was like, "Oh, I get it. You understand. You're just comfortable." And I knew in her head she was like, fucking this Republican. But what are you gonna do? We had great conversation, life. Talked about work. Talked about music. And she talked about zodiacs. I kind of tuned out. I kind of tuned out when she started talking about zodiacs. So I kind of just stared into her eyes, and I was like, "Wow, I could." Nah, I'm not absorbing any of this, but at least she's cute. But I don't know. It was a good time. And we left. She was like, "This was fun. This was a nice." And I guess she was like, "I guess you could call this a date." And I was like, inside, I was like, but in the outside, I was like, so I didn't really hide it. But hey, um, I was like, yeah, I enjoyed this too. This was really nice. And I told her I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't been on a date in like years, and she was like, it's all good. And yeah, it was a very successful date. I will say, it was one of those places where there's not like a waiter or anything. So I went in, I ordered my food, and then I sat down, and then she came in, and I was like, I got us a table and everything. I'll just go ahead and wait here, and she was like, okay, cool. And she was up there, and she was waiting for a bit. She was waiting for like, I want to say like a good 5 minutes, and in my head I was like, do I should I go up there and socialize with her? I was kind of sitting there because I had my food, and I was just kind of chilling with my with my power bowl, eggs, avocado, bacon, and whatnot. And I had my water, and I was slightly sweaty because I was nervous in my Capitol riding uniform. And I was looking over it. She was kind of like on her phone, just kind of waiting to be called up. And I was like, "Do I go up there and social? Should I? Am I dropping the ball? Am I? Am I? Yo, am I dropping the ball right now? Am I dropping the ball right now?" So I get up, and then I see her getting her shit, and then I turn around and sit back down because it was like mission failed. We'll get them next time. And she paid for it also. Do you? Here's the thing. Do you for anyone that's gotten this far, do you pay for the meal on the first date? Do you? Here's so I keep saying here's the thing, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Hey, fuck it. This is my podcast. You're not watching. No one's watching this anyway. No one's watching. This is we're 27 minutes in. No one's here. Do you pay for the meal on the first date? Like I said, the way this place was set up, you walk in, you order, and then you find a seat. Had we had like a waiter that came up to us, I would have said, "Hey, you know me. I live severely below my means. I got money in the bank, so I would have paid for both of us." But I don't know. It didn't bother me too much, but it was kind of on my mind, just in the back of my head. Like, damn, should I have like for one, I could have went up there with her, socialized, and well, you pay for the food first. I don't know. I should have kind of just stuck with her. I feel like, and just been like, "Hey, I got this, by the way." What was also cool, she got like a some kind of coffee drink or whatever, and I was telling her I'm not like a big coffee drinker, and she was like, "Oh, what I got was pretty good. You want to try it?" And I was like, "Ooh, hey." And she let me try it. I was like, "Oh, she don't give a damn about COVID. She don't know where I've been. She don't know that I'm a nasty man. I'm not a nasty man. I can be though." Anyway, I took a sip from her drink. I was like, it turned me on just a little bit. I don't know why. I took a sip from her cup, and I was slightly aroused. I was like, "Oh, she don't give a damn." There's nothing sexual about it, but just the fact that it's COVID. It was our first time meeting, and she was like, "Yeah, you can take a sip from my cup. Try it and see if it tickles your fancy." And I was like, "It tickles something else." And then I handed her back the cup. But great date, man. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to get out there. That's the fact of the matter. I'm just trying to get back on the wagon horse and redeem myself. You know? I want to not even redeem myself, but I just well, I guess so. I guess redeem myself. I've been on a hot streak of ruining a good thing. I wouldn't even say ruining, but not even just committing to it, not even following through. I remember I matched with this one girl on Tinder that I used to know in high school, and I wasn't all that attracted to her in high school. She wasn't ugly either, but it was just not my type. It was kind of whatever. And like a year after, this is maybe last year actually, um, we matched on Tinder, and I'm looking through her pictures, and I was like, damn, she got kind of glowed up a little bit. I'll do some things and some stuff. But we started talking. I got her number. Started texting, and I told my friend about it. It was Michael actually. I told my friend Michael. Michael's been on the podcast. Listen to our episode Tangents on Tangents on Tangents with Michael, because that nigga talks so much. And I was telling him like, hey, I matched with so and so from school, and he was like, you gonna fuck it up? And he like he asked me that, and he was joking, but that stuck with me. That phrase stuck with me. Like he just said point blank, like I said, in a funny way. He wasn't trying to be a dick or anything, but he was like, "Oh man, you're gonna fuck it up." And then I retorted back. I was like, "I might." Fast forward to like a week later, I just stopped texting her. I kind of ghosted her, and then I texted her back after a week of me not, you know, responding. I was like, sorry, I was working on a thing, because I was working on a contest for Doritos back when I was still doing contests and shit like that. But she didn't respond to me, and I was like, oh man, I fucked it up. All you got to do is follow the damn train, CJ. Shouts out to San Andreas, but I just had to keep texting. All I had to do was just text back. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, do you even want to be in the relationship? Because it's an insult to the other person when you like at least don't text back for like another week, and then then they're gonna assume, okay, they're obviously not gonna make the time for me, so why should I make the time for them? It's just fair. Fast forward to early last month, I texted her and I was like, hey, I'm trying to shoot my shot again, and she was like, ooh, I'm taken. And I was like, you know what? And I gave her the spiel. No, I don't have the text. I think I deleted it. But it's basically along the lines of, hey, I want to get better this year at forming connections with people, including my friends and my family and just people in general. I want to get better at that, and I want to shoot my shot again with you, and see where this goes. And then I was also like, I know if you lost interest, I completely understand. It's been a while. And she was like, oh damn, yeah, I'm taken, buddy. Which is to be expected. It was like a year after we matched on Tinder and everything, and it wasn't even a serious thing that we formed. It was like a potential thing, and that's a regret. Not a huge regret, but it's like, damn, because she's a cool girl. She's a cool lady. It's like, damn, son, when that got away. Anyway, more fish in the sea. I'm on Facebook dating now. I matched with someone on there yesterday, but she hasn't texted me back. Let me text her real quick. I sent her a. Okay, so first things first. I'm the realist, but like also first things first. Um, every single person, swear to God, every single person on Facebook dating has a child, and I have the age range on like I think 20 to 34 because I'm a nasty boy, like I said. But also, like, if you want to know the scope of how many 20-year-olds have kids in your area, you join Facebook dating and just check. You know, bro? Every single person has a kid. The person I matched with has a kid. All the people I liked so far happen to have kids. And I'm not trying to be a pops. I can barely support myself. I can. I'm I'm balling on a budget, but I'm boy. But respectfully, I'm balling out of control. But like I said, I ain't trying to take care of your mini me. I ain't trying to. I'll holler at your son, and hey, maybe I'll babysit one day. I'll take him to Chuck E. Cheddar's. I'll be a stepdad, but I'm not gonna be your dad. Imagine me as a dad. I want to be a dad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to be a dad. Not right now. Fuck no. But I want to be a. Eventually, I do want to have like a just a little one, just a little me running around. That's cute as shit, bro. I was on my ex's podcast too, and we were talking about baby names. I asked her like, "What would you want to name your baby?" And she said she wants her son. She has a boy. She wants it to be Luca, which I was like, "Fuck, that's a fire ass name." Luca is a fire ass name. I should have asked her what was like the inspiration to that, but anyway, I told her I want if I have a son, I want his name to be Ezekiel, because Ezekiel. I used to write stories a lot back in the day, and I would name all my characters Zeke because I thought that was just such a badass name. If your name is Zeke, in my head, back when I was like 15 writing these stories, if your name was Zeke, you were conceived with a sword or like an AK-47 just strapped around your stomach. You're automatic by default. You're a gangster with a great credit score. Well, slightly bad. It's not cool to have a fantastic credit score. You if your name is Zeke, you're born with like a katana in your hand and an already kind of bad credit score, because it's not cool to have like I said, like a good credit score. You can have a decent credit score, but like, come on, bro, what are you doing? I mean, if you have a great credit score, that means you don't take risks. Just saying. And I have an awesome credit score, just to preface. So, what does that tell you about me? Anyway, um, I want to name my son Ezekiel, and dude, I have a little. Imagine being a fucking baby named Ezekiel, bro. You're already macking. You have a bad credit score, most likely have a katana, and you're macking, bro. I don't know. I think is the thought of it is just cute as shit. And and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want a kid. Didn't want a kid. But I had such a terrible excuse like years ago. I was like, man, it's too much responsibility. I just kept saying that. I never dove into the reason why I didn't want a kid. I just said just a blanket ass statement. And I had too much responsibility. Like, bro, owning a house is too much responsibility. Owning a car is too much responsibility. I'm looking for a car, by the way. I'm in the market. So hey, if you got any suggestions, leave it in the comments. Is anyone still watching this though? If you're still watching this, why? And also, give me suggestions on the car. But I want a baby. Not right now. Eventually, I want a baby. I want a kid someday. Why am I talking about this? How did we get here? Who am I? What are you? And what is this episode? Um, I was talking about my date. Dressed up as a Capitol rioter, talking to my ex, babies. I don't know. Hey, you win some, you lose some. I want a child eventually. Oh yeah, Facebook dating. So I joined Facebook dating, and everyone has a fucking kid for whatever reason. But that's the way it goes. I think this person I matched with has two kids. I think I was gonna text her, right? I think I said I was gonna text her. So here's the first thing I texted her. We matched last night. She's a little PYT too. She's a Latina. First thing I noticed, she has, I'm not respectfully, big ass lips. But she has huge lips. But not like lip. She doesn't look like a fucking duck or whatever. But she like it's like sexy big lips. I don't know how to. I don't like saying stuff like that. But unless it's like funny, I don't like unironically being like, oh, she has sexy lips, girl. I don't like saying stuff like that. It feels corny. But if I code it in like with the tone of a joke, then I could say it. And boy, I saw those lips. I was like the you know how in cartoons they be like, ooh god, like their eyes shoot out, and their jaw drops, and like their tongue like rolls out like a fucking Chinese scroll. That was me when I saw her lips. I was like, oh boy, I'll um I'll suck on those. But anyway, she has pretty lips and has nice eyebrows. A lot of girls, like, you know what? Across the board, not girls aren't not every girl is like amazing at like doing makeup and like cosmetics or whatever you want to call it. But the majority of girls across the board great at just keep taking care of their eyebrows. I respect that. It's a hidden art form, but you know I don't care about that stuff too much. But it's like if you can do it, then do it, honey. Do your thing. Shoot, great eyebrows, but like I said, enormous lips. That it sounds like I'm insulting her, but like I swear to God, it's like. Mm. But anyway, she has big lips and two kids. So I mean, what's it's nothing more that she can offer me. I'm already in. I'm fully invested. But I don't know. I don't know how to talk to people as well as the ladies. I don't know what to say to them. I text. She gave me her number. I was like, "What's good?" It's X from Facebook. How's your day going? And this was like at 8 p.m. So she didn't say anything. How many texts can you send? Like, say a person doesn't respond to you. How many texts can you send with a person not responding before it gets weird? I don't like the double text. I technically sent two texts, but it was in the same texting like time frame, so it's technically one. But double texting is not a good look. I mean, so I've heard in most cases. If you double text, you kind of a lame. You know what? On Tinder, I also matched with somebody. I matched with another PYT, but she's like, I think she's like Indian or whatever. But she goes to Georgia Tech, and hey, um, I don't know how to describe this, but she doesn't have sexy big lips or anything or like that, and she doesn't have kids. But I don't know. Her going to Georgia Tech, that's also attractive to me. I'm like, ooh, look at you following your dreams and being like smart and shit, but making time for my dumb ass. Why is that hot to me? There's something very attractive about like a girl that's just really smart and has her shit together, but it's just kind of making time for me, who's kind of not all quite there. I'm just out to lunch 24/7, and she's like pursuing her master's in programming, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll talk to you." Why does that turn me on just a little bit? I don't know, man. I told you I'm a little nasty. I could be nasty. There's nothing nasty about that, but it's like it's a little nasty. Fuck, I love doing this podcast, bro. I love this shit. But anyway, I'm talking to a girl from Georgia Tech, and I'm talking to a big lip girl with two kids. So my priorities are straight. Um, I also got to tell you, where am I at? 44 minutes. I guess we can wrap it up with this. Um, we'll go. Shoot, we'll go an hour. We'll go an hour. I was thinking since this is like the return episode, I don't know if I'm gonna do the full thing. I don't know if I'm gonna do the full thing, honey. I didn't text that girl, by the way. I didn't end up. I don't know. I don't know what to say to her. I don't know what to say, man. If you made it this far, let me know what to say to Shotty. Leave me car suggestions, and what do I say to that girl? And also let me know if it's tacky not to pay on the very first date. Um, Amongst other things that I probably asked. But anyway. Oh yeah. So last week I took the Moderna vaccine. I took my second shot. Whew, whew. So I'm not gonna tell you how I got it. I'm not gonna tell you how I got it, and I probably shouldn't have said that. But I'll just say I took the vaccine. Doesn't matter how I got it. I have it. It's in my body. It's already in my blood. Government. I didn't get it illegally. I'm saying too much. Why am I saying these things? I'm literally. I got a shovel, and it's like, well, I can dig a grave now. I have time. Um. Anyway, I got the vaccine, and I took the vaccine. I got my first shot, and then I got my second shot last week on Wednesday, I believe. Right? Yeah, got my shot Wednesday. I was chilling. It was kind of like whatever. My mom did preface because my mom helped me set it up, and she was like, "Hey, what? The first shot is cool usually, but the second shot, you're gonna go through some things and some stuff. So I've heard." And I was like, "Okay, what kind of things?" And she was like, well, you're supposed to get a migraine, supposed to get a stomach ache, and it's supposed to feel bad. And I'm like, cool, glad you told me this the day before I get it. Nice. Thank you, Shay. And I get my shot, went back to work. I'm chilling. I'm doing my thing. Every shot feels like you got like punched in the arm by Mike Tyson, which is, fantastic. Definitely what I need throughout my workday, but whatever. My body was fine besides that. Next day, my guy, I woke up feeling like I'm David. I felt like David Goggins after he ran a 5K. Like, bro, I feel like David after the 5K. Not before, not during, after, my guy. I'm I, I'm fatigued. And that's it. That's the only symptom I feel. I'm just very tired and sluggish, and I had these body aches, bro. I had these weird pains going throughout my body, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on right now? And I still I still worked out. I'm kind of commend myself, like pat myself on the shoulder here, but I did my workout. Didn't even make my protein shake. I was like, God, I gotta lay down. I can't do this. Still went to work. Still went to work. I got to work and it got worse. I told my manager. Here's the thing about my manager. She knows I won't take a day off for anything. I won't take a day off for nothing. And I think she got an early read of that when I was like I texted her one day that I texted her. This is like the same month I got hired. It wasn't like a day after, but it was like a couple weeks after I got hired. I had like a really bad stomach ache, and I texted her, "Hey, I'm gonna take the day off," and she was like, "Cool, no problem." And then I still came in, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I changed my mind." And she was like, "Dude, if you're sick, go home." And I was like, "I like money. I like money too much." So I think that moment was instilled in her head, and and she always like tells me, "You need to take a day off. You need to leave. You need to get out of here." I'm like, "Nah." And so I texted her that morning before I came in. I was like, "Hey, I'm a little fatigued. I'm a little tired. Just a heads up in case I seem a little off today." And she was like, "Oh, okay, you need to take the day off." And I was like, "Nah." And in my head, I was like, "Yeah." And I went in, and bro, what? I like I said, it got worse when I clocked in. You know what I felt like, my guy, during work, and then when I went home, especially when I went home, bro. Remember Toby Maguire? Remember remember Toby and the fucking and Sam Raimi's Spider Man where he's like first transforming and like he's going through he's like tired and shit and he's sleeping in his bed and he has like chills and everything. Bro, that's quite literally me in that moment. It was World War 6 in my body. bro. I was gonna say my Nutrisystem, my immune system was doing the damn thing, bro. My immune system was like, well, time to turn up. I don't know what was happening with me. Here's the so I got like I said, I woke up, only was fatigued, only was tired. Okay, whatever. I'll clock in. I get there, pulsing headache, chills. That was probably the worst part. I can deal with a headache and like a stomach ache, but the chills was like the chills was like dramatically distracting. You know, like a headache, it kind of hurts, but you know what it is. Stomach ache, you know what it is. You know how it feels. It's like okay, these things are like not even painful, but it's like it's annoying. But okay, I'm aware. But the chills were like I don't know. That was the legit the worst part about it. I felt like I was freezing, my guy. I felt like I was relapsing off something, bro. I was on the shits, man. I looked like a crackhead, my guy. But I just kept. I wasn't shivering like that, but it was just all throughout my body. I just like just subtle like, oh my god, I'm cold. I'm so cold. So imagine a pulsing head. You know what? I never been hungover before, but I feel like that's what a hangover is. I had a very dry mouth. I had chills, pulsing headache, my stomach hurt. I was like, "Oh, this is a hangover." You don't drink. If you're a guy that doesn't drink and you want to know what it's like to get shit faced the night before, take the second Moderna vax, bro. I'm just sitting there. I'm miserable. I was miserable the entire day, and I also texted my manager that morning. Like, hopefully I get superpowers because that's what this shit feels like. I feel like I'm about to transform into Mothman or something like that. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's about to transpire, but I'm gonna be a different nigga the next day, and that's for sure. With everything that's going on in my body, inevitably I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna be able to fly. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna bend spoons with my mind because World War VI is happening in my body today. So tomorrow I'm gonna be able to lift your house with the power of my brain. That's all. I don't know, bro. That's how I equate it. And unfortunately, didn't get superpowers. And I think I'm an even worse person than before. But I will say the day after, well, let me say, um, I got home and everything. Also, I so many tangents. Just so many. So I'm just distracting. I'm like the dog from Up. But it's funny because, like I said, I'm a person that's not gonna take the day off for anything, and I know my limits. I've taken the day off before. Um, and I'll take vacations and stuff like that. I'll save up some PTO hours and run off into Augusta and make a tape with my cousin, bullshit like that. But in terms of being sick, I won't take a day off if I'm sick. Nowadays, I already got the vaccine, so I'm it's not that. So anyway, tangents on tangents. Um, it's funny because I know okay if I can go through this at work, oh I'm never taking a sick day. It's one of those things. You know what I mean? Like whatever I feel going forward won't be that. So if you wanted me to take the day off now, Miss Manager Lady, it's a no. It's a nada. Cause I survived the worst. That like if I was to ever take if there was any day to take off, it would have been that day. Okay, I felt everything. I felt all the wrong things at once, and I was still answering calls. I was still hating myself, and it was a miserable time. But like I said, whatever kind of sickness I'm gonna feel going forward, it won't be that bullshit. And I don't get sick. I don't know if it's because I take care of myself. I try to anyway. I try to eat fairly healthy. I drink a lot of water. Yada yada yada. It's very rare that I get sick. So when I do get sick, it's usually like something subtle. Anyway, never taking a day off, which is what I'm trying to say. Because I like money. I like having money. My put my body on the line for money. I'm depressed, but anyway, I got home immediately. I take all my clothes off, even though I'm shivering. That's the weird thing. I was like, I'm way too hot, but I'm cold. you know, I was conflicted. So I ended up taking all my clothes off. I mean, I sleep with I sleep naked anyway. Not naked, but I keep my briefs on. But I just like how my skin feels against like bed sheets and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a nasty boy, but anyway, I take all my clothes off. I'm just in my briefs and I get in bed and just shivering. My guy, I'm Toby Maguire. I'm like, I'm gonna save New York with my spider powers. I get in bed and it's like I can't wait to swing through Manhattan. That's me, bro. I thought I was gonna be Spider Man. I swear to God. And oh man, you know what I also love about being like really sick. My mom, my mom is the best part about being sick. Bro, bro. When my mom sees that I'm like really sick, bro, she kicks into gear. She's yelling at me all every other time, but when she sees that I'm sick, it's like, oh well, guess I gotta save your bitch ass. Came in with like toast. I'm just sweating, bro. I'm just in my bed, drenched, just sweating, just depressed, sweating, waiting on to shoot webs for my fucking palms, man. Just she comes in with toast and tea. She made me honey tea, and she came in with like a bottle of water. She was like, "Drink this, eat this toast. Do you need ginger ale? That's supposed to help with your stomach." I was like, "I love you so much." Thank you, Shay. My mom kicks into gear, bro. She does that every time I get sick. I mean, obviously she's a damn mom. I'm saying the obvious here, but it's like I don't know. I feel special. But just sweating in bed, eating toast and drinking hot ass tea. And you know what? I appreciated that. I was like, wow, I'm glad this lady's in my life. She's gonna yell at me the day after though. She's gonna turn it back into a demon, and I know it's only temporary. But for the moment, I'm gonna eat this toast and make the hot, then drink the hottest tea that you gave me. But it was a good time. Not no, it wasn't actually. It was terrible. I would never want to go through that again. I would not uh, put my worst enemy through that. But hey, I think I got a message from my Tinder bay. But anyway, that was awful. But I will say the next day, I was bro. I might as well have been Spider Man. I might as well have been Miles Morales. I was like, bro, I am rejuvenated. Not really though. I actually worked from home the next day. I felt better, but I was like at 75%. I had to stay next to a heater. I was working from home and I turned my heater on and I just sat next to that bitch answering calls, dude. I was going through it, but I was like, wow, all I want to do right now. Where we at? 59 minutes. All right, we're making great time. Um, Quite literally, all I want to do right now, I just want to be I want to be a bagel in a toaster oven. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to feel. I want to be a rotating rotisserie chicken. You know what I mean? The one you see in those like fucking ovens at Publix, and there's just a metal bar through them, and they're just kind of spinning ever so slowly. That's what I want it to be I want it to be a lemon pepper rotisserie chicken. I swear to God, you bro, you throw an ice cube at me, I'm out of commission for the next 2 years. I just want it to be warm. I want it to be hot. I just needed some heat blasting on me. I swear to God, I had this little heater. like getting it. But I have this little portable heater that well, aren't all heaters portable? Stupid, stupid, stupid. I had this little heater though, and I set it like uh, 6 inches away from my foot, just just blasting my ankles, and it warms up the room. It does a good job at circulating. But bro, I had it so close to me, and I was like, oh my god, I could die right now. And eventually, it got a little too hot, and then I turned it off, and I was like, I think we're good. Friday, got it Wednesday. I think I got it Tuesday actually. Went through hell Tuesday. No, I got it Tuesday. Went through hell Wednesday. 75% on Thursday. Friday, I was back, baby. Friday, I might as well have been Miles Morales. Bro, exaggerated swagger all day. I did my arm workout. I felt rejuvenated. I was like, I feel fantastic. I feel amazing. I'm about to I felt you know what I felt like? I felt like Tom Cruise jumping on that damn couch during Oprah. I was on 10. I was kind of lit that day. And I don't know. Maybe that's a placebo. Now that I think about it, that could just be just my mind, because I legit did feel better, but like almost better than before I got the vaccine in a way. So I don't know. Could be a placebo. I was on 10 though. I was on 10. And I guess the moral of that story is take the fucking day off. you know, I could have at least worked from home. I could have 1,000% did that. I would have been more comfortable. But like, I don't know why I clocked in that day. Like I said, if there was ever a day to take off, it would have been that day. But I like having money. I think we hit an hour. We hit an hour. We're at 102. I'm back, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But that's it. My name's Xavier, and this has been another episode of Layman in the Morning. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.